sat down too long. Side was hurting. And you know, that makes me get up, because they'll keep hurting if I stay in bed, but if I get up and go make my coffee,
So pretty bad means like no
yeah,
pain.
But
Not
you
pain.
get a little more sore, you know. But you know, the weather too does that for old people. My dad, we used to ask him, Dad, is it gonna rain? He said, oh yeah, my knees are really bad today. So we always went by my father's knees.
So when you said you feel pretty good, what does that mean?
Oh, my head is clear, you know, it's good.
No more pain?
Well,
It's
you
bad.
know, you learn to ignore it, but it's not there. To me, it's not there.
Because you're so used to it.
Yeah. Well, because I worked all my life, and sometimes I did use the wrong side, but no, it's good.
Yeah, that's where, when I
Yeah,
told you
it's
guys
like-
this morning my arm popped out. She's the first one whose arm started popping out, remember?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She was, where are you working as a housekeeper at the motel?
Yeah.
And she, oh, my arm popped out again. Oh. Right. Okay. So that was just kind of an intro, because I know many of you probably didn't go to the how are you feeling kind of the patient one. And noticed how I kind of followed up with what does pretty good mean? What does that mean? You know, well, basically it sounds like it means, so you still have some pain, but you can tolerate it because you're kind of used to it.
Well, that's part of living, I think. You know, as you get older, you get a little here. Even some young girls have pretty bad, you know, the athletes, you know.
All right, ready for the extra credit questions? She's only here for a little bit, so go ahead and stand up and speak loudly.
I got a few.
Just one at a time.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Aiden Witt, and I wish to ask you, what was the happiest moment in your life?
Did you hear
Yeah,
that?
I had it this morning. Well, my dog, I think, because I almost lost him a while back, you know.
All right. Could you explain what happened?
He went into the neighbor's yard and he had like a cyst. And then the neighbor was gonna beat him up, but he just touched him and it blew up. So, we got him going now, he's doing good.
Because you thought he was gonna
Yeah,
die.
huh? Oh, but I have so many that have died, but
But so your happiest moment right now is that Roger
Roger made it. Oh, yeah, because it's me and him. I told him, you can't go before me, we've gotta go together.
So right now, that's your happiest moment. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
What about Grandma when you were younger? When you were younger and you had your family, with my mom and Uncle Larry and Robert were
Well,
still in the
I
house.
have
What
to
was
go
your
back.
happiest moment back then?
The happiest moment back then was your mother, when she was born. Because she was a beautiful little baby. I was remembering that last night, yeah, when she was born, because I was so young. You know, I didn't, and then I had like a real doll. I was happy.
How old were you?
14. I'll never do that. It's happy, but it's sad too after you're older, not at the time, you know. After you look at your life, that's what I do, say, oh my God, it's embarrassing. You know, all these things, you know. But at the time, she was a great little girl.
Can you describe the day she was born? Do you remember that?
Oh, yes. Yes. I was in labor for quite a while.
Mm. You're probably tiny, huh?
Yeah, It took quite a while, And it looked like it took a week, really.
Probably took a week. But then she was born, and then when you looked at her, what happened?
Yeah, well, I wasn't very happy with her either yet, because I was still pretty sore. Yeah, but then when I took her home, we were happy, but she had something wrong with her. So we didn't know if she was gonna make it, see. So when I went and picked her up, now there, she was all right.
So that must have been very happy.
Yes, because after that, you know, because we weren't sure that she was gonna make it. But she was just the cutest little baby.
Okay, next question.
Okay, so you said you were really happy about seeing your daughter being born. How did you feel about seeing your first granddaughter and great-granddaughter being born?
Grandchild, right here. How'd that feel?
Was my big event, this one. Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because they were my little girl. Well, that was why not. We took over, we were always with her. But she was just as cute as her mom. But she had her little problems too, so we used to worry about her. So she was a big event in her family. But those were the two biggest ones. My granddaughters. You know, when you become a grandma, it's a different feeling. It's not like a mother. It's a different feeling. Very special. Especially with her. It's just indescribable. I talked to a lot of grandmas, you know, that young grandmas. They say they feel the same.
Well, thank you.
What were some of the problems I had? Your oldest granddaughter.
What?
Was there some problems when I was a baby?
You had asthma.
Asthma, yeah.
Yeah, you had asthma, because you had her on.
And that was new. Like now everybody has
Yeah.
asthma, so it's not a big deal,
No,
right?
no, that's what I had. But in those days,
In those days, they weren't like.
She was in a tent and all that, you know, get special pillows and everything. But you
Next.
did have your little problems with your asthma.
Yeah.
What is the most important thing that you have learned during your life?
What's the children?
The most important thing you've learned in your life.
Never to get married that young.
How old were you when you got married? So never to get married that young. How old were you?
13.
Did you hear her? How old, Grandma?
13.
13.
But you know, when you go in, you lie. That's what I did. I was 18. I didn't know nothing. You know, you don't know nothing.
How do you want to follow that up? Do you want to just describe, you got married at 13? Describe what
It was like a dream, really, because I didn't understand a lot of that stuff, New life. All I wanted was my mother. That's all I wanted was my mother. And I never did go back, I
But
wanted
Grandma,
to go back.
do you remember why you got married when you were so young?
Oh, because I didn't want to work in the fields. But we didn't work that much, because I was a little one. I had a little bucket, But we used to come and work in the fields. We lived in Carlsbad. And then when the tomatoes, whatever was running, it started. And then I had a sister over here, and she found us a place to stay. And then we packed all the, like those seeds of the grapes are wrapped, the pots, my mother's big pot for the tortillas and a big coffee pot. And we stopped on the highway, and it took us a few days to get there, because the cars weren't that good. The tires would blow up in the way, and the boys my brothers were like you, they were the older brothers. Would drive and try and fix them, But we brought our mattresses and everything, so we pulled the mattresses on the highway, and my mother would make potatoes in the morning and everything. And tortillas, that's what we would do. That was a good part of life, because I remember they were good, and they smelled good.
The food. So that's why you got married so young, to get away from that hard life at 13.
I thought it was gonna be more, like, eat better and have a free life. Or, I didn't like it.
So you yes.
But like we were brought up to, when you do make, you stick to it, whether you like it or not. So I had to stay.
Do you want to describe your wedding day?
Huh?
Describe your wedding day?
My wedding day, I don't know, we just went to the Justice of the Peace. And it looked like we were criminals or something. You know, we went in there, he stood in front. And then my husband, he puts his hand, yes, I do. So you could tell, you know, now I look back at all that and it was just, yeah.
Where did you get married?
New Mexico,
New Mexico. Why New Mexico?
because the people weren't allowed to mixed marriages. It was illegal, you know, you couldn't.
In California then. So it was illegal in California. And Grandpa, what's Grandpa's nationality?
Filipino.
So he is Filipino. And you're Mexican.
There
So
were the
that's-
lines, but we were going to like judges, you know, like they were sentenced. A lot of people used to go different. Because in some places they wouldn't allow him, they still wouldn't marry him.
All
As
right.
far as you look young or old, they didn't care.
They just took your word for it.
Uh-huh. They got the money first and then the secretary would come on and stand as a witness. So. The next. That was the wedding, and then we went to eat at a Chinese place too. We were kind of scared they would kick us out of there too, you know, but they never did though. I don't know how strict the laws were, but they were pretty law. My sister, she was married before, and she had to get married again after they'd been married they had all their kids, because it was illegal. So then they got married here in California, and it was legal.
So was yours legal?
Huh?
Was yours legal? Your marriage was legal?
Yeah,
Okay.
the judge was a pretty good
Oh,
judge.
okay. So
He was a mean-looking judge too.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. If you were a teenager in our generation, how would you feel?
So if you were a teenager now, how would
Oh.
you feel
How would I feel?
now if you were a
I
teenager?
wouldn't get married till I'm 40.
How would it differ from what you
Oh,
did as like a
oh
teenager?
yeah, this is so much, you got so much freedom, and the other way, you were brought up to, once you made a mistake, whatever you did, you had to stick to that. And here you didn't have to, you know, but you learn more. Because what I wanted was to go back to school, that's more that I wanted, you know. And I would be so happy because you could go all these places, which I never went, you know. And that's, I miss a lot of that.
Another question.
How did you feel when you found out you were pregnant with your first child being so young?
Oh, I was happy.
Happy?
I was really happy, because I wouldn't be by myself. I had to with a girl or whatever, you know. No, I was okay, yeah, with it, yeah. But you don't know too much about it, so. But no, I was happy.
Were you scared at all?
Were you scared, Grandma?
A little bit, especially at the end when I had her, because I said I'd never have another child again. And I said, never again, that's right. We got 3. But they're all separated, you know. 2 boys and my daughter, her mother. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Another question? Couple more questions? Go ahead, Edgar.
What life advice would you pass on to your grandchildren?
So what life advice would you pass on to us, your grandchildren?
Oh, well, like I always say, you know, look at the right side of the question, you know, to go to school, try to get a career, you know, where you could to continue your school, because you can always go to school. And that's for your benefit, because you'll be getting married, you'll have children, and you'll be able to get a decent job and be able to provide real good and look back what you had before and see how wonderful it is, you know, how good you've done in your life. But that's, be good to your family, that's it. When you have a, always look at the bright side, you know, there's always, you know, if, it's just like if you're in an accident and you're really upset because you messed up your arm, remember you still have this one. And that'll give you the courage to continue to go. That's what I always tell them. Remember, you'll get a new car. You know, it's just, you have to face it, you know. Always look at the bright side, and you know you can do better all the time.
A couple more questions. Okay, go ahead, Brittany. You have one.
If there's one thing you wish to change as a young adult, what would it be?
So besides getting married so young, what else would you want to change in your life?
About the same, I think. Try it. Get better things in life. Always follow your dream with whatever you're doing, you know. Sometimes we think, I remember when I was little, I wanted to run away all the time. It's just because I didn't make the bed right or something like that, you know. But you just have to do what you, always follow your dreams, whatever you do. I don't remember thinking too much about that.
What about,
I do now. I should write a book now. You know, when I'm sitting there, I remember a lot of things. And at night, if I can't sleep, I go back. I always go back.
you mentioned about school earlier.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about school would you maybe
I
do
always
that?
wanted to go back to school, but I mean, I would try and then I'd be afraid. I don't know if I could do that, you know. Even as I was older, I went in and tried to sign up where they could, but I didn't go back. And they were nice, but I was scared. Because I
How old-
wasn't the best student when I was in, you know, I was in school. But that's what I miss more, you know, because you have friends and everything. And then when I was, that I got married so young, I really didn't have no friends. You know, you always look back at what we were doing before, you know, that's always good.
How are you adjusting to all of the new technology we use today, and do you like it?
Yeah, I don't think I'd make it, but I do.
Grandma, how do you like all the technology? So like computers, the
Yes,
phones, do you
that's
like
right.
that?
That's very good. That's what I mean. I says if my parents would live now, they wouldn't believe all this that's coming on right now, you know. The computers, and they know everything about you. That's what one of the older ladies that I knew. She says, oh, now they know everything about you. You better be careful when you answer the phone or anything. Because they know everything we do and where we live. That was Murray.
Do you have a computer?
No, I still don't have a computer, they tell me. I says, I don't have a computer.
How about a phone?
And you know, as it went, I was learning the new stuff but now, forget it. Where's your email? I says, I don't have an email. Because it's some stuff they don't give you. And I tell them, oh, you don't need it. I says, well, the kids have theirs. But you know, the little kids know more than I do. But no, I don't. I got to the phone, yeah.
She has a phone. It's a flip
Yeah,
phone.
The phone, and it took me a while. I'm still having problems with it. They don't have to come. They're not working again. My cell phone, I lost. I got a big one, but I can't find it. So I went and got those little ones. Now I don't know nothing about it. I stick it under my pillow so when the alarm goes off, I can hear it. Yeah.
Okay,
But
next.
everything is so complicated now. It's just, that's more thinking why I don't think I would have learned too much if I stuck to my old thinking, you know. But
Okay, next question.
Do you have any favorite traditions?
Do you have favorite traditions, like things that you like to, what parties or traditions from our family? Any favorites? Like Christmas time, things we do for
tamales,
Christmas?
we have that all the
Ah.
time. Even if we don't want to do it, we do it.
Yeah.
Tamale,
So tamales at Christmas time?
yeah. Yeah, because they all get together. They all get together. If you don't come over, and you make a tamale, you're not gonna have any. So some would spread, and some would fill them, and I cooked them, you know. So it was a whole day kitchen, all dirty, but it was fun because we all get together, all the families, yeah. When my mother's family were alive, they used to come over too.
What were the main things that you have tried to pass down to your children and grandkids, culturally or morally?
Oh,
Like traditions that you have tried to pass down?
uh-huh. Well, that's it, like Thanksgiving, we usually, now it's getting smaller because,
So getting together.
yeah, their families are getting bigger, you know, like smaller families. But we do have the tradition, like Christmas, you know, we all get together.
So getting together as a family,
Yeah,
that's a tradition that,
And then you bring your special, we always remember what she made or what she made or if it didn't come out good or so, you know. So that was a laughing about, you know. But we still have all those, do you know capirotada?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you know, that's the bread pudding the Mexicans make for Easter.
she loves it.
It's
like, oh, I think capirotada.
Most of them don't like it. I do. Because that's the only sweets we had when we were at home. For Easter, when they make the capirotada. Remember they make that big old tub where you wash clothes?
Oh, so that's what Big Grandma would make
Uh-huh.
for your sweets for
Uh-huh.
Easter. So that's why you make it for Easter. Oh,
Uh-huh.
no, I feel bad. I'll try to eat some this year.
The rice pudding.
No, the capirotada, that bread stuff she always makes.
You don't like it.
We'll try it now, so
The
that
rice,
we know the
the rice
importance.
pudding too, because that's the only sweets my mother could make, because she had rice. And we have big old tubs of rice. That's what we ate for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. Because that was the old days. See. Now it's all modern, because I see a lot of young Mexican girls, you know, and they cook really good. My mother didn't taught us that way.
You cook really
we
good,
have,
Grandma.
at the school, when they have fundraisers, you know, some of them make really authentic food over there, I guess. But it's not the one we used to eat. But it's good. It's
So-
changed a lot, For me, it's changed a lot,
One or two more questions.
What are the most rewarding things about growing older?
So what are the best things about growing older?
Well, I don't know. Whether we're getting older, well, I think it's just stopping of going places and stuff like that, I guess. I don't know, because I don't like to go when the kids are getting too rowdy. But no, it's been nice because I've been with all my kids. As long as I have all my family, I'm fine. And they always make it a point, you know, to come and see. The young ones, I know that once I'm gone, they're not gonna even remember Grandma, you know. What I teach them, what I tell them, you know, that when I was little, we didn't do that. But no, it's been good all the time, you know. My husband died about 30 years ago. They says, how come you didn't remarry? I says, because I have all my kids, my grandkids, all of them, I says. And I don't have time. That's my trouble. And I worked, and but no, I enjoyed. So when I went, fine with all my family. I think if I didn't have my family, I wouldn't. But that's all. When I got married and had my kids, that's all I lived for, my kids. You know, instead of getting me something like that, I made sure they had, you know, grandkids and whatever. I have so many kids, even kids that are not grandkids.
Yes, she's always bringing in strays. Kids.
I don't call them all kids anyway.
Yeah, we had a lot of uncles. My uncle's friends would come, they need some place to stay, so they'd stay at Grandma's house.
Yeah.
So basically, spending time with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, when your family comes and visits.
That's it. That is this.
Okay.
How did it feel to see your granddaughter on her path to success?
How did it feel to watch me on my path to success? Like all my life,
Oh, that's wonderful.
my accomplishments.
Yeah, I'm very proud of them. That's why do you think I wanted to go to school? Because I wanted to be something, but I was nothing. To me, that's what it was. Just a housewife and you know, bringing food if I needed, you know. But that's you know, you look up to, like she did very good, you know. And I think I could have taught my kids more to do a little bit better. But they all did good. They all got good jobs, so. In their own mind, you know, I guess I got it to them because they're all good. But they did very good. That's what I tell them. The young one teases at me more. Oh, Mom, you're doing fine. But that's what keeps me going with my kids. If I didn't have them, I wouldn't, you know.
So you were very proud when you watched me graduate high school.
Yeah, and her performer to that softball player, she was very
Oh, yeah.
good. We would go all over to see her play.
That's why my arms pop out now.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
graduate college.
Yes,
How did that feel? To watch the first
Oh, yeah,
generation graduate college.
Oh, we were all proud. Is that the first one? Yeah, well, you know, a lot of them do graduate now because they have more help in and all these. And all this that's coming up, like, it's terrible. Who's the one that's having a dog clone so they can have two? That's what I mean. Because she has two, one for her and one for I don't know who.
All right, last question, and Grandma has to go. Okay, last question, Grandma.
What
And then you can-
possession do you cherish the most?
What possession do you cherish the most? So what items, what things do you have, like a, I don't know,
Possession?
like a saint or like a necklace from your mom, or is there something that you cherish most?
You guys are all what I prefer, but my family, that's number one. Yeah, that's all. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like me, that's all I think about is my family. See?
She
And
gets very frustrated with the modern woman.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, those little kids, I just practically cry when I see them. I want to take them home. You know when they have so many in there, that they feel.
or just like or if I'm trying to do something for myself and not my family or husband, she gets very frustrated with me because family's the most important thing, right,
Yeah,
Grandma?
it is.
Okay, thank you.